decision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Wave your hand over a computer code scanner at the grocery store checkout counter and your bill is deducted from your checking account. The technology to accomplish this feat is already here.
One idea is to put the microchip in your hand instead of using a credit card. And all you have to do is run your hand over a scanner and they do your ID number.
A microchip about the size of a grain of rice implanted into their skin. The technology is used to replace credit cards and cash.
All money is to be in those stations, right? There'll be no more cash. You won't be able to live without it. All your money is going to be in that station. It's going to be a cashless society.
The system eventually is going to be developed in such a way that you have to be within the system to conduct any business. If you're outside of that electronic system, you are locked out of everything.
You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And they're connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do.
Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one-world government controlled by them. Everybody being all your money in the hips, and they control.
I'm talking about a cartel that wants to put a chip in our hands that will give them complete central control.
This is the mark of the beast.
RFID, as you may know, is now converging with payment devices. We've got a couple 100 million RFID-enabled credit cards that have already been issued around the globe. What this means is that payment stations, what the industry calls POS or point of sale terminals, what we would call a cash register, are now being equipped all over the globe with the ability to, if someone were to choose to do this, to pay with simply a wave of your hand or just pressing your hand to the reader device. The technology is the same. The RFID chip in a credit card is essentially the same device that you can put into your right hand. And I believe Emil Grostra is going to be talking to us about having a chip in his hand. So the infrastructure is being built in order to do this. When I say it's the same technology, it operates on a slightly different frequency. There's a couple of technical things that would need to be tweaked in order to retrofit this to accommodate an implantable microchip. It could certainly be done.
In our discussion on the smart card, we noted that all of the power in that card is contained in a small computer microchip, which is basically glued to the card. Essentially, then, this means that the embossed name on the card and any pictures it may have are meaningless. All of the relevant data is contained in the chip. The card is little more than a handy carrying case. The question that arises is this: if you could take that chip from off the card and implant it under the skin, would you not have the perfect smart biometric identification system? Given the fact that chips could be made to shut down the minute they were removed from living tissue, it would be an almost foolproof system. Suddenly, the need for expensive hand scan machines or fingerprint readers would be alleviated. Retailers could be sure the chip you had was yours because the chip would be under your skin. So taking a look at this technology now, and you say you have the guy with his smart card here, but you want his fingerprint there, but all the information's in the smart card, and all the expense is in the machine to read the finger. What if you took the chip out of that card and implanted it under the skin? In this age, where you can find out, a machine can judge whether a finger is alive or not, you could just have it that the chip goes dead the minute it's removed from living tissue. The minute anybody tried to tamper it with it, it would be destroyed and it wouldn't work. You now have the scanner that can read the smart card, the same kind of technology that scanners can read the universal product codes on a product in your grocery store now, could read that chip. So there's not an expensive technology. And this was the only important part in the card anyway, so you've just thrown away a piece of plastic. You now have the system that makes perfect logical sense with the technology that is there. We have talked to the bankers. We've talked to the smart card developers. We have talked to, if you think of David Chom, who we talked to, who's in charge of setting up the cashless system, conditional access for Europe system, which will be a cashless system to run a test within the next 2 years. And we have heard that all of their motivation is there. So we know that that is factual. This is not something that we're telling you. These are the actual people talking. We have shown you how the system works. We've shown you clips of the animals being inserted. We've shown you the hand scan machines and the finger scan machines. And we've now shown you the chips in the injector. This thing is really, really possible right now.
It's happening now, so it's present and the future. Because this is definitely the next step in technology.